Hello everybody, here I am again. I'm starting off another video with an apology. Uh, in my last video I said I hate ignorance and I absolutely can't stand it. I needed to kind of finish that up. I'm just, rifling and shoehorning in, a couple hours worth of idea thinking into like a 6-7 minute window, and it just doesn't really work. So anyway, back to the I can't stand ignorance. I absolutely hate it. We're all ignorant, folks. We're all ignorant of something. We all talk to the highest level of our ignorance. So let me be clear on that. So if I were to start a YouTube channel on you know diesel engines or something like that, diesel engine repair or electrical work, I'd probably be proving my ignorance, right? Because, I'm basically Amish here. I hate even operating this phone. So, I really don't want anything to do with combustion engines or, electricity. Really, it's not my thing. So, if I were to just kind of start making videos on something like that, well, I'd definitely prove my ignorance. And so that's what I was talking about. People who walk around proving their ignorance, um, the news, harassing Trump, they're proving their ignorance. I mean, why would you be, pardon my language, but a shit stirrer? Why are you stirring shit? Why is it that you can't just report the facts? Why do you have to throw in all these outside opinions and like ridicule the president? Doesn't make any sense to me. I'm all about forgiving. Christ says, "Thou shalt not judge, or you'll be judged in the manner in which you've judged and measured." Blah blah blah. Those who cannot forgive shall not be forgiven. So I'm all about forgiveness. I am very much against the judicial system, and I could use the scriptures to just shoot down the judicial system. I could shoot down the judicial system with common sense. And I could use the law to beat the judicial. I mean, there's like three ways to easily beat the judicial system. Like anything beats the judicial system, and you're pretty much an idiot if you've ever been found guilty. Like you couldn't find reasonable doubt, really. It's just like the devil's advocate. All you got to do is like interject one other idea, and it's beyond a reasonable doubt, folks. So anyway, it's all just a bunch of crap, but why I'm saying this is because if we go ahead and stick with this judicial system, then why don't we just go ahead and put some of these mainstream media people up on crimes against humanity? Because sending out bad information to 300 million people or a billion people or whatever, like sending out bad information, everybody bases their information off of that information, bases their choices off of that information, and you stir the crap and just send people off in the wrong directions. People ended up um, suffering, maybe dying, maybe going bankrupt or whatever, based off of lies. Oh, wait a minute. If Donald Trump wants to say there's fake news, you know what? I actually have to agree with him. I cannot dispute that. It's pretty obvious, and these people are kind of going to be hurting soon. Uh, I don't think that the governors are far from the mainstream media. I mean, I can see uh, Donald Trump, just go ahead and saying, hey, between me and Mike, we just go straight to the military, and we're just bypassing everybody in between. Uh, and that would probably actually be a wise move. I don't know. Everybody thinks this Constitution that we used to have is something. The United States is dead, folks. It's not united. It's not the United States. We could call ourselves America, but we're not really the only Americans. Canadians are Americans. People from Argentina, people from Chile, people from Brazil. They're all Americans. Mexicans are Americans. So I don't know. Maybe we need to come up with a new name for this country because we're not the United States. And folks, what you're looking at right now, Biden or something along those lines. Well, that's just a bunch of hogwash. Really, the fact is do you want to vote right now? Your president, it can be FEMA, or your president could be Donald Trump. I mean, that's the reality. Who wants FEMA? Who wants the feds running the country? You know, um, President Trump's between a rock and a hard place, and I love him as my brother. He's not my leader. I follow Christ. I am not a U.S. citizen, folks. Not a U.S. citizen. I threw that away a long time ago when I was living in the abomination, the Obama nation that Trump went ahead and took on for us. Who would want to take on the abomination? It's just so, if he was my enemy, well, I'd still love him as my enemy. But I'm loving him as my brother, and we all should do the same. If you can't love like everyone and forgive everyone, you will not be loved and you will not be forgiven. You must forgive if you want forgiveness. And trust me, every human being that's ever walked the face of this earth on Judgment Day will beg for forgiveness. I'm one of them. And so, uh, back to proving your ignorance. Wow, it's just like maybe the whole entire scope of everything I'm going to be talking about over maybe, let's say, the next 7 years or something is just going to be kind of continually pointing out everybody's ignorance and improving it. And I don't have any problem with that. It's just, I walk around. Today I kind of reached the public a little bit and saw everybody walking around in masks. Oh, godless heathens, These people walk around like they don't even understand that there's a creator that would never let them be sick. Never. Why are people sick? Because they don't have a relationship with the Father. I could go on and on and on and prove that. It's like America, you're getting what you asked for. And the rest of the world, you're getting what you asked for too. It's like, wow, I'm out of time.